parking garage, stupid wine guide. See, people invested in tourism, right? Wild brute. See, they invested in their swine. So they invested in this wine, Marine Wine Cellar, Hammondsport. Here they invested in this wine, Pleasantville, Hammondsville Port. See, they invested this, right? They invested in this. They want tourism. You have a parking garage. They're trying to have tourism. They're trying to have tourism with drinking, right? Riesling. So they tried. This is at the local Riverstone. Yeah. So they're trying to have people visit Seneca Lake Wine Trail. They try. Yeah, they try. They have people trying to have tourism. They try. They try. But what happened? I don't know what happened. See, here, people, vintners, being a vintner, that was a job. Like having a wine tray, that was a job they tried. What happened? They have a parking garage for people to try. We have all these storefronts to fill with vineyards. They try. What happened? They invested in all this wine. Seneca Lake. They invested in all this wine. And what happened? What happened to all their wine? What happened? What happened to all their wine? What happened? They invested all this into their wine. What happened? What happened? What happened was they invested in trying to be wine, right? What happened? My own family will not visit. See, they invested in this wine, and they want to go on about tours and stuff. But, here's all these tours, right? Here's Elmira Airport. You can fly in to try the wine. They have a start limo. They want to have all these tours, wine tours, Finger Lakes wine tour. They want to have all this wine. And what happened? My own family will not visit. So they invested in this wine tour. My own family will not visit. Why? Why will not my own family visit? Well, they invested in this wine tour where my own family will not even visit. Why? Because my family does not like them. My family does not like them trying to yell and scream at them, calling them whores. They didn't like it. My own family will not visit because this is what they want to do is call you drunk and whore, and you can't really visit, and people do not really like it. See, they invested in this wine tour, and people do not like being yelled and screamed at and called a drunken whore. But that's what they invited. They invested all this time in wine, but my family did not like being yelled and screamed at and called a drunken whore. But then they really want to say they invested all this, and my family just didn't like it. They really want to yell and scream at my family and call them a drunken whore, and my family did not like it. They don't come to visit. They don't want to know them. So they invested all this time to yell and scream at my family and call them a drunken whore, and my family really didn't like it. They didn't visit. It's too bad. This is what they want to do with their life, and my family did not like it, but they can't get it. My own family will not visit because they want to yell and scream at people and call them drunken whores, and my own family won't even visit. Invested a lot of time in a wine tour where they want to call people drunken whores and yell and scream at them, and my own family doesn't like it and won't visit. And that's why they don't visit, because they don't like them what they did with the place. Family don't like what they did with the place, and that's why they don't visit. Here, a bunch of bottles for cutting, for flowers maybe. So you have a bunch of bottles from these people. My own family won't visit, but you can make a here Wagner Valley Brewing Company. Here, they're my neighbors were, yeah. So my family did not like this. Didn't like them, and they don't visit because they don't like this. So my family doesn't like people yelling and screaming at them and calling it drunk and whore, and that's why they don't visit, because this is what you want to do. Didn't like it. They're stuck with people who can't help you because that's what you want to do. My family did not like it, and they won't visit because they didn't like it. This is who you are, and it's what you say. They didn't want to visit. They didn't want to know me because of you. Spent all this time yelling and screaming at people, calling them drunken whores, and they just didn't like it. That's why they don't visit. And they didn't like it, and they don't want to visit. And they don't want to visit because they didn't like it, and that's what you want to do with your life. I'm sorry. Tough beans. Family did not like you spending all this time doing this stuff. That's too bad. Well, my family did not like that, and they don't want to visit. And that's about it. And here, Vineyards to yell and scream at us and call us drunken whores, and my family did not like it, didn't want to visit, and that's why I don't really visit, because this is who you want to be. They didn't like it. They didn't like it, and they don't want to visit, okay? They didn't like you yelling and screaming at them, calling drunken whores, and they don't want to visit, and I'm sorry. Well, these storefronts where they wouldn't even visit because that's what you want to spend with your time, and they won't visit. We have a parking garage, and this is your big plan. They don't want to visit. Your big plan was to be drunken whores and yell and scream at people and call them drunken whores, and my family won't visit, and they don't like it. You have bottles from your wine to cut and put flowers in because they don't want to hear it. You have glass bottles to cut off and put flowers in it. And that's about it, because my family just didn't like what you want to do. Family just didn't like it, okay? So you want to yell and scream at me, call me a drunken whore, and my family just didn't like it. And that's why they don't visit. And you can go cut off all your bottles and go make flower vases, because they just didn't like it. Really didn't like it. So this is what you spent your time on. Be drunks, calling people drunken whores, yelling and screaming at them. You spent a lot of time on it. And they don't want to visit. They don't want to know you. They don't like it. And, see what they spent a lot of time on this. Here's some, they said you have some bottles to cut off and put flowers in it as a vase, because they really didn't like it. They really didn't like it. And they can go cut off some bottles and go make some flower vases because they really didn't like it. My family won't visit because they really didn't like you acting like this, and that's too bad. See? All your efforts to yell and scream at us and call us drunken whores, they won't visit. People just can't visit because that's what you want to do with your life. It's not my problem. You spend all this time to try to act like this, and they just won't visit. Take all your bottles, cut them off after you drink them, and go make a flower vase because they just don't want to visit. Told you like witches. Your big plan, and my family doesn't even want to visit. Here's local goods to fill up the place with shopping with local goods. They have all these storefronts. There's a dry goods place to fill up with local goods. But my family won't even visit because you spend a lot of time to say this stuff to them, and they didn't like it. Family said, this is what you want to do with your time. They didn't like it. They won't visit because they really didn't like it. This is what you want to do with your time. And they don't like being yelled and screamed at and called some whore, and they don't like it. You spend a lot of time on tourism saying stuff they don't want to hear, and that's why they don't visit. Spend a lot of time on this, and they don't like it really. They really don't like it, and that's why they won't visit. And it's too bad. Spent a lot of time on being this drunken whore yelling and screaming at me, and they just didn't like it.